cases and all these things. Along with that, we discussed that the law that are prevailing in the US, the Ceremon Act, the Clayton Act, etc., in the United Kingdom and the European Union also we will discuss, because the United States was the first nation in which the specific legislation on the competition was enacted in early 19th century, 1819, the year the Ceremon Act was passed. Okay, so all those things we have discussed, and now from this class we will have discussion on our chapter first, and the chapter first is basically about, you can say, the introduction and the development of the competition law. See, the law that we are following in India is Competition Act 2002, and it was enacted in the 21st century. But before that, there was another legislation on the same subject, but it was not expressly dealing with the competition. And this legislation was MRTP, Monopolies and Restrictive Trade Practices Act 1965, 1969, I think 1969. Okay. Now see, there is another information that I must share with you, that the committee of revising the case material has decided that some new cases added and some old cases should be repealed from our case material. So you can note down those things. From the first unit, see, as I told you that in the first unit there is this the competition bill 2012. So now this competition bill 2012 and draft national competition policy 2011, these two topics, these two things are dropped from the topic first, and in the place of these two things we will include draft competition amendment bill 2020, because the purpose of this change is to give the knowledge of the latest development. Now this draft national competition policy 2011 is outdated. 10 years back it was in the fashion. So अब इसका ज्यादा यूज है नहीं, तो अभी हम पढ़ेंगे नेशनल कंपटीशन पॉलिसी एंड ड्राफ्ट कंपटीशन अमेंडमेंट बिल 2020. So in place of competition amendment bill 2012 and draft national competition policy 2011, we will read and discuss national competition policy 2020 and draft competition amendment bill 2020. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. From the second topic, that is about the various definitions, important definitions. This second judgment, the first judgment is about the CCI, this Excel Crop Care Limited versus CCI. The second judgment, the fourth case, the CCI versus Coordination Committee of Artists and Technician. इसमें हम न्यू ऑर्डर एक जो पास हुआ है, दैट न्यू ऑर्डर वी विल रीड, एंड दैट विल बी case material maybe we are working, and that will be provided to students also. Okay. From first topic, along with these two cases, Brahmdutt versus Union of India and CCI versus Steel Authority of India Limited and another, there is third case that we will include, Mahindra Electric Mobility versus CCI. Mahindra Electric Mobility versus CCI. So now there will be three cases in the first topic. First is Brahmdutt versus Union of India, CCI versus Steel Authority of India, Mahindra Electric Mobility versus CCI. Okay. In the third topic, we will include this new case, Sameer Agrawal versus CCI. Sameer Agrawal versus CCI. And the second case is Film Employees Federation of Kerala Office Bearer case. Film Employees Federation of Kerala Office Bearer case. Okay. And this Seventh case that is provided in the case material, Express Industry Council of India versus Jet Airways Limited and other. This case is now dropped. Okay. From the fourth topic, regulation of abuse of dominant position, this Ajay Devgan film informant case, Ajay Devgan film informant versus Yasraj Film Private Limited, and Fast Track Call Cab Private Limited and Meru Travel Solution Private Limited. These two cases are now dropped. Okay. Uh, on regulation and combination, maybe some new material we will provide, but that is not sure. And on leniency program also, cases are mentioned, but no case is mentioned. But uh, now we will provide one case also on the leniency. So these are some changes in our case material, and I think it will be beneficial for the student. So please, make necessary correction in your case material that you have downloaded. फर्स्ट यूनिट में महिंद्रा
सर
वाला,
सेकंड और थर्ड का बता देंगे एक बार।
हाँ देखिए, फर्स्ट में हमें क्या है, एक केस ऐड किया है, महिंद्रा इलेक्ट्रिक मोबिलिटी वर्सेस सीसीआई, एंड दैट द कंपटीशन अमेंडमेंट बिल 2012, लास्ट की दो चीजें हैं, एंड ड्राफ्ट नेशनल कंपटीशन पॉलिसी, ये हमने ड्रॉप कर दिया है। इनके प्लेस पे हम अभी पढ़ेंगे नेशनल कंपटीशन पॉलिसी 2020 एंड ड्राफ्ट कंपटीशन अमेंडमेंट बिल 2020। ओके। सेकंड टॉपिक में जो सेकंड केस है, सीसीआई वर्सेस कोऑर्डिनेशन कमेटी ऑफ आर्टिस्ट एंड टेक्नीशियन, in that case new order is there, so that new order we will include in our syllabus. This is this particular case in which this order was passed is no more will be the part of our syllabus. Okay. थर्ड यूनिट में आपको दो केसेस ऐड हुए हैं, समीर अग्रवाल वर्सेस कंपटीशन कमीशन ऑफ इंडिया, और सेकंड है फिल्म एम्प्लॉइज फेडरेशन ऑफ केरला ऑफिस बेरर, फिल्म एम्प्लॉइज फेडरेशन ऑफ केरला ऑफिस बेरर केस, एंड दिस एक्सप्रेस इंडस्ट्री काउंसिल ऑफ इंडिया वर्सेस जेट एयरवेज लिमिटेड, दिस केस वाज ड्रॉप्ड। ओके, बिकॉज ना सीसीआई, अभी आपको पता, पहले सीसीआई ऑर्डर पास करता है, देन appellate tribunal, national company law appellate tribunal, that also decide the appeal from CCI also, so उसको appellate tribunal बोलते हैं, और उसके बाद में फिर जैसे सुप्रीम कोर्ट वगैरह हो जाते हैं। so suppose it is earlier order and we included, so नया ऑर्डर अगर CCI ने पास किया होता है तो वो हम, because the competition law is in the nascent stage, it is in developing stage you can say. okay, फोर्थ यूनिट में जो केस था, फास्ट ट्रैक कॉल कैब प्राइवेट लिमिटेड एंड मेरू ट्रैवल सॉल्यूशन वर्सेस एएनआई एंड अजय देवगन फिल्म्स इंफॉर्मेंट, ये दोनों केस ड्रॉप कर दिए हैं, ये दोनों केस अभी हमें नहीं पढ़ने हैं। ठीक है। एंड फिफ्थ में कुछ एक नया केस ऐड करने की सोच रहे हैं, और सिक्स्थ में भी एक नया केस ऐड करने की सोच रहे हैं। ठीक है जी। So with this we can move to our discussion. See, the first chapter that basically talk about introduction and development of international law that we were discussing. The first thing is if we talk about that, what is the basic purpose of the competition? So why the competition? And for that, during the 19th century, when this industrialization happened and this economics come into the that development, both the law and economics began to develop the theories of competition, as well as the ideological defenses of the social good, that why the competition is necessary. In both classical law and classical economics, the competition carried different meaning. And the competition was not a theory about the price and the cost relationship, but it is about the struggle of survival. And the competition was belief about the role of individual self-determination And Article 39 and 39B and 39C, that we included in our syllabus, that how this Article 39B and C, or the constitutional aspect of elimination of concentration of wealth and the distribution of resources are related to the competition law. Because these two provision that we have in the DPSP basically force the government to have the competition law. Okay. Now, the next thing is that what is the basics of for the Competition Act, and for that we can read Article 39. That Article 39B talk about that certain principle of policy to be followed by the state, and the state shall in particular direct its policy towards securing B, the ownership and control of material resources of the community are so distributed as best to subserve the common good. And the competition was also work in that respect. The competition is a process that require the numerous participants to enter into the market and decentralization. And you can say the competition can be the Magna Carta for the free enterprises, a market in which every individual, every enterprise freely do the the business. And it is also have the economic efficiency and the consumer welfare. And so the Article 39B can be very well served by making the competition law. Okay. Then the Article 39 she talk about the operation of the economic system does not result into the concentration of wealth and mean of production to the common detriment. But when the the commission was uh, constituted by the Nehru government, the Monopolies Inquiry Commission Act, Commission 1964, and this commission was under the chairmanship of Justice K.C. Das Gupta, the judge of the Supreme Court, in April 1964, to inquire the extent and effect of concentration of economic power in the private hand and prevalence of monopolies and restrictive trade practices. And then it was found that in India, only the few houses, the groups of few houses that have the whole economy in their hand, and that means there is the concentration of wealth and the means of the production. And so there is the violation of Article 39C, and for that, again it was necessitated that there should be the law in that respect. In the competition, if you say that competition promote the dynamic efficiency by stimulating the investment and innovation, and it is a in a perfect competitive market, you can say there are various buyers and sellers. But in the monopolistic market where the restrictive trade practices are there, there are barrier to the entry. And so the competition increase the efficiency with the allocative in the allocation. It increase the efficiency in the production. It will increase the efficiency the dynamics. And so the competition is very important. Now there is you can say that the competition is not a concept that related to price and the cost, but the competition is the concept that related to the socialism. And on the socialism, if you say that the Karl Marx and some other the scholars, they have worked very well. There is a book written by this Smith, Wealth of Nations. And in this book, Wealth of Nation, he talk about the invisible hands. And these invisible hands of the competition ensured that the social welfare could be maximized. Now you say that because of the competition, the various enterprises can work in the market freely, and there would not be the concentration of the wealth. But in the monopolistic and market, only few enterprises will remain in the market, and ultimately there will be the concentration of the wealth, and that is detrimental to the the societal interest. So the same thing, also taken care by the government, and then as I told you, that the Monopolies Inquiry Commission was constituted. This Monopolies Inquiry Commission gave its report to the government on the 31st October 1964, and in this, it was argued that in the Indian market, there are many type of the behavior. One is the monopolistic behavior, and there are prevalence of the restrictive trade practices. And because of this type of the behavior, there is entry barrier in the market. And because of this entry barrier, or of not healthy, this type of uh, not healthy competition, and the activity of the various enterprises of monopolistic and restrictive behavior, the concentration of wealth is only in few hands. Then, you know uh, to curb this monopolistic and restrictive trade practices of the enterprises, and to ensure a free enterprise, a free market, and to give effect to the constitutional, you can say, the moral or the constitutional guidelines in Article 39B and Article 39C of the Constitution. The Nehru government has enacted this MRTP Act, Monopolies and Restrictive Trade Practice Act 1969. In monopolistic and restrictive trade practice, you can say that the basis thing is about the Article 39B and C. But broadly, there are some other principles also that you can say, and these are social justice and social justice with economic growth, welfare state, regulating concentration of economic power to common detriment, and controlling the monopolistic, unfair, and restrictive trade practices. These four principles that you will find that official the basis of the MRTP, and all these four principles you can correlate that somehow related to Article 39 and B, because there is the monopolistic behavior, the restrictive trade practices are in the prevalence. That's why there is the concentration of the wealth. Because there is a concentration of the wealth, there is not a welfare state, there is not a social justice that is prevalent with respect to the economic growth. So the concept of the concentration, the concept of the competition, and the requirement of the competition or the free enterprise or the free market is not necessary, or is not a concept that related to cost and production. Because sometimes, we that is very frequent, that when there is a competition, there will be the increase in the quality or enhancement of the quality of the goods, and reduction in the price, and so it will be beneficial, it will be more beneficial for the consumer. But despite that, this is the means for the social justice with economic growth. And so if the competition ensure that in the market there would not be the concentration of the wealth. Now see, after this opening of our economy, and after the competition, will more and more enterprises are coming into the market, and so many sectors, so many things have been developed. But the you can say the flag bearer is the America. And the America in the 1890, that means in the 19th century, the America enacted the law to ensure the free market, to ensure the healthy competition. And in India, we are enacted in 21st century. So in that, there was in the American market, there was some trust forming. The monopoly were of a few market player, and so the antitrust law was passed in 1890. That is known as the Sherman Antitrust Law. Okay. Now, with this, Later on, there was, the amendment in 1984 in the MRTP, and in 1984, the unfair trade practices was also included as, one of the behavior that is prohibited. The UTP, unfair trade practices, is now somehow, you can say, related to the our Section 4 regulation of, this abuse of the dominant position. And the development also happened in the MRTP. The that the Supreme Court has intervened many times and passed many important decisions. And then it was in the 1991 when the economy was opened. uh, there was the shift in the emphasis, and it was thought that the law that we have in India is not sufficient to tackle and not able to complete the this the healthy competition, and so the amendment was required. And later on, as you know, that the act was passed. So now time is over. So today we discuss the two things, you can say, or in the nutshell. One is the constitutional aspect of the competition. From there you can pick up some points like the competition is not concept of economics, it is the concept that is related to the social justice and the socialism also. The second thing, that because there are some guidelines in the directive principle of state policy under article 39 B and C, the government, then that government formed the MIC, Monopolies Inquiry Commission, under the chairmanship of Justice Das. And this commission has said that there are the concentration of wealth that is detriment to the common good, and also the violation of Article 39B. But because these two, or you can say the whole DPSP is non judiciable, it can you cannot go against the violation of these article, but it is always the guiding force in the the ruling of the country. And so the government come up with the legislation, Monopolies and Restrictive Trade Practice Act 1969, in which monopolies and RTP was prohibited, and there was the inquiry commission. The commission was also established under this law, the MRTP commission, and like the CCI. And the function of MRTP commission is to decide the disputes that related to monopolies or RTP. Later on in 1984, the few other practices, unhealthy practices, that is known as unfair trade practices. And now unfair trade practices is the part of the our abuse of the dominant position, also included into the MRTP Act. Okay. Now the salient feature, you can say the feature of the MRTP, more we will discuss when we will discuss the difference between the MRTP and the CCI. So just that's why I am restricting myself. So few things you can say, that the basis of the the MRTP, as I told you, that there are the four bases. One is the social justice with economic growth. One, and second is the welfare state, and then the non-concentration of wealth, etc. These four things you can talk about that thing. Okay. Now in the next class we will discuss that more about this 1991 change, and then this Raghavan committee formation, Raghavan committee recommendation, and how the Competition Act come into the existence. Then in the next class we will discuss that the difference between MRTP and the CCI, then the salient feature, etc. So we will try to finish in 3-4 lectures, because if we will not work, and we will not have the pace as according to prescribed by our the case, as mentioned in the case material, then we will lag behind. So with this remark, today class is over. If you have any question, any query, any suggestion, or any comment, if you want to make, you are welcome. Yes, guys, please speak. Pooja Rani.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Any comment you want to make, question you want to ask from up to the discussion that we had in this class?
No, sir.
Okay, good. Yes. Yes, any other guys voluntarily want to say something about our discussion or want to add something more about that? Because there are few, and sometime I met with few students that know more about the socialism and the social justice and how this competition will work in realization of the social justice. But no worry, with this today class is over, and in the next class we will discuss that, as I told you, about the Raghavan committee and CCI and 1991 development. Okay. With this, good night to everyone. Bye.